And now on to our program, Jodomot Totopot. As many faiths, so many paths to reach the universal divine truth.
On 11 September 1893, at the World's Parliament of Religion, Chicago, Swami Vivekananda said, "I will quote to you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn, which I remember to have been repeated from my earliest childhood, which is repeated every day by millions of human beings, as the different streams having their sources in different places all mingle their water in the sea. So, O Lord, the different paths which men take through different tendencies, various through they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee." By Upanishad. Imaha somya नद्यः पुरुस्तत्प्रत्य सन्दन्ते पश्चात् प्रतिच्युयस्ता समुद्रात् समुद्रमेवाप्यन्ति स समुद्र एव भवति यथा तत्र न विदुर्यामहम् अस्मियम् महमस्मीति. This message from Upanishad was preached later in the 19th century by Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, who said, Joto mot toto pot. As many faiths, so many paths to reach the universal divine truth, thus validating in a single phrase the essential unity of all religions. Today, we will discuss the teachings of Thakur.
Sri Ramakrishna Mangalakari, Sri Ramakrishna Mangalakari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari, Sri Ramakrishna Sri Ramakrishna Mangalakari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari, Narendra Sevita Hitamari, Narendra Sevita Hitamari, Sarada Pujita Bhuvana Vihari, Sharanagata Jana Rakshanakari, Namo Narayana Nararupadhari, Namo Narayana Nararupadhari, Sri Ramakrishna Mangalakari, Sri Ramakrishna Mangalakari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari, Namo Narayana Bhagadukhari.
Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa was born on 18th February 1846 in the village of Kamalpur in the Hooghly district of West Bengal, India, into a very poor and pious Bengali Brahmin family. He was the fourth and the youngest child of his parents, Khuriram Chattopadhyaya and Chandramani Devi. The family was devoted to the Hindu deity Rama, and the male children of Khuriram and Chandramani were given names that started with Ram, Kumar, Rameshwar, and Ramakrishna.
Ramakrishna was sent to the village school where he learned to read and write, but he disliked arithmetic and didn't progress beyond simple addition, multiplication, and division. Even as a boy, Ramakrishna, named Gadadhar as a child, was more interested to lead a spiritual life. He read scriptures and other religious books with devotion.
Also, he warned them from the wandering monks and the Kathaks, a class of men in ancient India who taught and sang the Puranas. Thus, he became very knowledgeable in Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, etc. Since all pilgrims used to pass through Kamarpukur on their way to Puri, Ramakrishna was able to meet lots of saints and holy men. He served these holy people and attentively listened to their discussions. But he observed that the scholars were only interested in making money, which was opposite to his father's teachings of detachment and goodness of conduct. So he later lost interest in this bread-winning education. Instead, he became expert in singing, making images, acting, and painting. When he was 14 years old, he started a drama group with some of his friends and left school to pursue it from the Puranas to the village women. After his father's death, Ramakrishna moved to Kolkata with his elder brother Ram Kumar and started assisting him with the worship of goddess Kali at the Dakshineshwar temple that was founded by Rani Rashmani. Later, he was appointed to the trust of the Kali temple, and he immediately immersed himself in meditation and spiritual practices. He spent major part of his life at the Dakshineshwar Kali temple, where he lived, prayed, worshipped, preached, and attained spiritual enlightenment.
Rama Krishna Guna Gao, Nisadina Rama Krishna Guna Gao, Nisadina Rama Krishna Guna Gao. Ek Deva Sabam Deva Samandita, Ek Deva Sabam Deva Samandita, Ek Deva Sura Pao, Nisadina Rama Krishna Guna Gao, Nisadina Rama Krishna Guna Gao. Karuna सिंधु भगवान दयानिधि करुणा सिंधु भगवान दयानिधि दूत भगत जित पाओ निसदिन राम कृष्ण गुण गाओ निसदिन राम कृष्ण गुण गाओ निसदिन राम कृष्ण गुण गाओ एक देव सब देव समन्वित एक देव सब देव समन्वित देव एक सुख पाओ निसदिन राम कृष्ण गुण गाओ निसदिन राम कृष्ण गुण गाओ निसदिन राम कृष्ण गुण गाओ.
Even though Sri Ramakrishna had no formal education, it was his deep understanding of the scriptures and his unique style of explaining them in very simple and rustic Bengali that attracted a large crowd of followers. He did not write any book nor deliver public lectures. He chose to speak in a simple, clear language, illustrating with metaphors, parables, and by the example of his life. Many of those who came to listen to him practiced different religious faiths and or belonged to different religious sects. But that did not matter to Sri Ramakrishna. He didn't believe in theories or dogmas or logic, but religion for him was realization of God through direct experience and perception. He said,
It is not good to feel that one's own religion alone is true and all others are false. God is one only and not two. Different people call on Him by different names, some as Allah, some as God, and others as Krishna, Shiva, and Brahma. It is like water in a lake. Some drink it at one place and call it jal, others at another place and call it pani, and still others at a third place and call it water. The Hindus call it jal, the Christians call it water, and the Muslims pani. But it is one and the same thing. Opinions are but paths. Each religion is only a path leading to God, as rivers come from different directions and ultimately become one in the one ocean.
I see people who talk about religions constantly quarreling with one another. Hindus, Musalmans, Brahmos, Saktas, Vaishnavas, Saivas all quarrel with one another. They haven't the intelligence to understand that he, who is called Krishna, is also Shiva and the primal Shakti, and that is he, again, who is called Jesus and Allah. There is only one Rama, and he has 1,000 names.
with sincerity and earnestness, one can realize God through all religions. The Vaishnavas will realize God, and so will the Saktas, the Vedantists, and the Brahmos. The Muslims and the Christians will realize Him too. All will certainly realize God if they are earnest and sincere. Once Ramakrishna asked Marendranath Gupta, who wrote Kathamrita, whether he believed in Nirakar or Shakar God. When Marendranath replied that he preferred the formless one, the master replied, okay, it is all right if one believes in one of them. Belief in formless is well and good, but do not think this is the only truth and everything else is false. You should know that formless is true and with form is also true. Whatever you believe, just hold on to that. Around the time when Ramakrishna appeared in the spiritual realm of Bengal, Hinduism was in an advanced state of decay. Numerous sects with internal strife, along with superstitions, dogmatic viewpoints, and discriminatory practices, had destroyed its structure. Christian missionaries took advantage of this situation and started mass conversion to Christianity. At this crucial juncture, he came forward to harmonize all major religions through this theory. Incidentally, he was the first man to speak of religious tolerance and universal truth of all major faiths in the world. Some other spiritual scholars before him had also written or believed in this, but Ramakrishna was the first to publicly preach such a concept.
এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে আর বিবেক কইরা কচুরি বিবেক কইরা কচুরি দুই কাতে সদাই দুই এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে মামা বাণী করি গঙ্গা শরীরে ব্রহ্মময়ী গেল মামি দেখো তোমারি ভেবে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে জ্ঞানী নারী সরল কথায় শিখালে যেই কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ যেই কালী সেই কৃষ্ণ আমাকে বলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে আমার পানি পারি নাম দেয় চলে আল্লাহর ঈশা মুশা আল্লাহর ঈশা মুশা পারি নাম পেতে বলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে তুলিয়ে ডাকে আয় রে তোরা আয় চলে বাহু তুলিয়ে ডাকে আয় রে তোরা আয় চলে ডাকর করি পারের তরি ডাকর করি পারের তরি বেঁধেছি পাবে তুলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে এসেছে নতুন মানুষ দেখবি যদি আয় চলে
This idea of religious harmony that Ramakrishna preached was not merely an academic exercise from the teachings of scriptures or messages of other scholars. It was a derivative of his 12-year-long quest for God through all different religions and sects. Ramakrishna grew up practicing bhakti towards Lord Rama, and his duties as a priest at the Dakshineshwar temple led him to practice worship of Mother Kali. While serving as a temple priest at Dakshineshwar, Ramakrishna would encounter various itinerant sadhus who would visit his place and stay there for a while. Practicing their own modes of worship, several of them initiated Ramakrishna into various schools of Hinduism as follows. Tantra. Tantra focuses on the worship of Shakti, and the object of tantric training is to go beyond the boundaries between the holy and unholy as a way of achieving liberation and to see all pieces of the natural world as different forms of the divine Shakti. In the year 1861, traveling middle-aged Timo monks named Bhairavi Brahmani introduced Ramakrishna into Tantra. Under Ramakrishna went through 60 sadhanas, which were completed in 1963. For all the 64 sadhana, he took 3 days each to complete. The Bhairavi also taught Ramakrishna the Kumari Puja, a form of ritual in which the virgin goddess is worshipped symbolically in the form of a young girl. Under the guidance of the Brahmani, Ramakrishna also learned Kundalini Yoga. The Bhairavi played an important part in the spiritual development of Ramakrishna, teaching him yogic techniques and the Tantra.
Vaishnava Bhakti. In 1864, Ramakrishna practiced Vatsalya Bhavo under the Vaishnava Guru Jatadhari. During this period, he worshipped a small metal image of Ramlala, Rama as a child, with the attitude of a mother. According to Ramakrishna, he could feel the presence of child Rama as a living god in the metal image. Ramakrishna later engaged in the practice of Madhura Bhavo, the attitude of the gopis and Radha towards Krishna. During this practice of this bhaval, Ramakrishna dressed himself in woman's attire for several days and regarded himself as one of the gopis of Vrindavan.
Totapuri and Vedanta. Towards the end of 1864, an internet monk named Totapuri, the tall naked mendicant with tangled hair, a Naga sadhu of Mahanirvani Akhara, born probably in Punjab, arrived at Dakshineshwar while on a pilgrimage to various holy places in India. He was the head of a monastery and claimed leadership over 700 sannyasis. At the Panchavati, a wooded and secluded area of the Dakshineshwar temple grounds, situated to the north of the temple garden, Ramakrishna was initiated into a sannyasa by Totapuri. At the dawn of morning, in the auspicious moment of Brahmamurta, with the Homa fire lighted, he was guided through the various rites and ceremonies involved in the procedure of becoming a sannyasi. With Totapuri's guidance, Ramakrishna attained Nirvikalpa Samadhi, considered as culmination of spiritual practices.
In 1866, Govinda Roy, a Hindu man who was previously initiated into Islam and practiced Sufism, initiated Ramakrishna into Islam. Ramakrishna learned about Govinda through the latter's regular visits to Dakshineshwar. Being much impressed by seeing the faith and love for God in Govinda, Ramakrishna decided to practice Islam, reasoning, this also is a path to realization of God. The sportive mother, the source of infinite Leela, has been blessing many people with the attainment of her lotus feet through this path also. I must see how through it she makes those who take refuge in her attain their desired end.
Ramakrishna engaged himself in the practice of Islam according to its prescribed rules. He devoutly repeated the name of Allah, wore a cloth like the Arab Muslims, said their prayer 5 times daily, and felt disinclined even to see images of the Hindu gods and goddesses, much less worship them for the Hindu way of thinking
had disappeared altogether from his mind. After 3 days of practice, he had a vision of a radiant personage with grave countenance and white beard resembling the prophet, and merging with his body. In Swami Vivekananda's biography of Sri Ramakrishna, he speculates that the figure was perhaps Muhammad. After this experience, Ramakrishna opined that this vision was of the all-pervasive Brahman with attributes, as the vision eventually ended with him merging into the attributeless absolute Brahman.
At the end of 1873, Ramakrishna started the practice of Christianity. After one of his devotees named Sambhu Chandra Malik read the Bible to him, he got well acquainted with the life and teachings of Jesus. At first, he did not like the doctrine of sin and the idea of thinking of one as sinful or weak. He considered thinking of oneself as weak and sinful to be the greatest sin. Instead, he preferred everyone to think of themselves as children of God, thus not weak and sinful.
In 1874, Ramakrishna experienced a strange vision at the parlor of Jaddu Malik's garden house, situated at the south of Kali Temple in Dakshineshwar. He was sitting there and looking keenly at a picture of Madonna and Child hanging on the wall, when all of a sudden he saw it come to life with effulgent rays of light emerging from the image and merging into his heart. A few days later, while walking in the Panchavati, he reportedly had a vision of Jesus coming towards him, embracing and merging into his body. At this moment, he reportedly lost his normal consciousness, entered into a trance, and remained for some time identified with the all-pervasive Brahman with attributes.
Brahmo Samaj is a societal component of Brahmoism, which began as a monotheistic reformist movement of the Hindu religion that appeared during the Bengal Renaissance. Started at Calcutta by Raja Rammohun Roy and Dwarkanath Tagore, it began as reformation of the prevailing Brahmaism of the time and began the Bengal Renaissance of the 19th century, pioneering all religions and social and educational advance of the Hindu community in the 19th century. The organization and its ideas underwent many reforms in later years, but the following fundamental tenets remained unchanged. They denounced polytheism and idol worship. They're against caste system.
In 1875, Ramakrishna met the influential Brahmo Samaj leader, Keshav Sen. At that time, Keshav had accepted Christianity, had separated from the Adi Brahmo Samaj, but rejected idolatry. Ramakrishna had met other stalwarts of Brahmo Samaj too, and engaged with all of them in deep and profound discussions on Vedanta, idol worship, and spiritualism. Under the influence of Ramakrishna, Keshav Chandra had accepted Hindu polytheism and established the new dispensation, Nava Vedanta, religious movement based on Ramakrishna's principles, worship of God as mother, all religions as true, and assimilation of Hindu polytheism into Brahmoism. Many prominent people of Kolkata started to admire Ramakrishna, propagate his ideals, and reorient their socio-religious outlook.
After more than a decade of sadhana in various religious paths, each culminating in the realization of God by that path, his personal practices settled, and he is said to have remained in the Bhavmukha, a level of blissful samadhi. He would meditate in the Panchvati, go to a Kali temple to offer flowers to the mother, and wave incense to the assorted deities and religious figures, whose pictures hung in his room.
For
all these religious practices, Ramakrishna realized that in spite of their differences, all religions led to the same ultimate goal, the realization of God, and hence they are all valid and true. He proclaimed that I have practiced all religions, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and I have also followed the paths of different Hindu sects. I have found that it is the same God toward whom are all directing their steps, though along different paths. You must try all beliefs and traverse all the different ways once. Wherever I look, I see men quarreling in the name of religion. Hindus, Mohammedans, Brahmos, Vaishnavas, and the rest. But they never reflect that he who is called Krishna is also called Shiva and bears the name of the primal energy, Jesus and Allah as well, the same Rama with 1,000 names.
প্রেম ভরে মনে গাবো রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। প্রেম ভরে মনে গাবো রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। অন্তরে যতনে রাখো মনে গাবো নাম, অন্তরে যতনে রাখো মনে গাবো নাম। দীনতারে গাবো রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। প্রেম করে মনে গাবো রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। একই বৃন্তে ফুটিল রে রাধা কৃষ্ণ শ্যাম, একই বৃন্তে ফুটিল রে রাধা কৃষ্ণ শ্যাম। শিব কালী ব্রহ্মা বিষ্ণু শ্যাম সীতারাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। প্রেম ভরে মনে গাবো রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। নাম ব্রহ্ম একই জেনে মনে গাবো নাম, নাম ব্রহ্ম একই জেনে মনে গাবো নাম। জন্ম মরণ সাথী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। প্রেম ভরে মনে গাবো রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম। শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম, শ্রী রাম কৃষ্ণ নাম।
Following the footsteps of his guru, Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda also preached the idea of harmony amongst all religion. If there is ever to be a universal religion, it must be one which will have no location in place or time, which will be infinite like the God it will preach, and whose sun will shine upon the followers of Krishna and of Christ, on saints and sinners alike, which will not be Brahminic or Buddhistic, Christian or Mohammedan, but the sum total of all these and still have infinite space for development. It will be a religion which will have no place for persecution or intolerance in its polity, which will recognize divinity in every man and woman, and whose whole scope, whose whole force will be created in aiding humanity to realize its own true divine nature. The ultimate goal of all mankind, the aim and end of all religions, is but one: reunion with God, or what amounts to the same, with the divinity which is every man's true nature. But while the aim is one, the method of attaining may vary with the different temperaments of men. We must not only tolerate others, but positively embrace them. And that truth is the basis of all religions.
With these thoughts and teachings in mind, we will end our presentation today with hymns from Rig Veda that stress on the unity of minds to create healthy, powerful organizations for prosperity and happiness of all, and to promote fellow feeling and goodness, and a song about the glory of the one eternal truth.
May we march forward with a common goal. May we be open-minded and work together in harmony.
Samvastranam, samvadanam, sambho manasi jananam. Samvastranam, samvadanam, sambho manasi
May our prayers be one, may we belong to one brotherhood.
Samano mantra samiti samani samano mantra samiti samani samano manasajita
May our aspirations be harmonious. May our minds be in unison. May we strive to reduce disparity. May we bound in fellowship and unity.
Samani samana hridayani va samani varakuti samana hridayani va samana vastu bhavana yathavat susaha
In the world of joy and blessedness dwells the beautiful eternal truth. Your majestic splendor sets alight the sky. The world, like a jeweled ornament, adorns your feet.
That concludes our program today. Awesome. ভালো করেছো তোমরা। পুচকুটা তো আরো ভালো করেছো। ভীষণ ভালো করেছো। Good job, very good job.
Maharaj.
Well, okay, another round of applause for the kids.
ভীষণ ভালো হয়েছে। এই তো অনেক ইমপ্রুভ করে মাই গড সম্ভব কি লেখো এটা নাকি
প্র্যাকটিস করছি
হ্যাঁ বসে আমরা নিচে দিয়ে ওকে দিয়ে বাজা শোনে আমাকে
আমার বউ আমাকে ইয়ে করে প্র্যাকটিস করে
খুব ভালো
পেছনে রাখো
ওই তো আসল there is a moment behind everything. Thank you.
আমি প্র্যাকটিস করি করে করে করে
Literally do dinner reaction. Literally
কনফিডেন্স আছে প্র্যাকটিস
আরো ভালো ভালো গান করবো, কিন্তু রিহার্সাল আসতে হবে। একটা দাও।
এই যে এটা দাও। দাও দাও।
Yeah, but shoulder. Yeah, you go slow.
Namaskar everyone, please have seat. Swami Atmajnananandaji, who is with us today, kindly with Brahmachari Kumar, will be giving us a talk in about a couple of minutes for just about 45 minutes. If you please hear Swamiji, and then hold your questions for the end. There will be a question answer session. After the question answer session, we will all have few minutes for a bathroom break, and then we'll have art. Thank you for coming. Swamiji is from Washington, D.C. He doesn't need an introduction. He has set up all of this for us. So please continue to feel this is your own center. Please come often and always come on particular days when Swamis are here to hear the wisdom from them. Thank you. Swamiji, welcome.
Most of you know this is a special year. This is the end of the 125th founding of the Ramakrishna Matin mission. Is it on? Did you hear?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry. And another big event is coming up. Our Brahmachari Kumar is leaving for India to start training center. And he especially made the trip up here with me because so many of you know him and he knows so many of you. And the center here wanted to just give a small gift to Kumar. This is the prasadi, dhoti and uttariya that was offered today. And everyone, please give your blessings to Kumar and prayers that he'll come back after he finishes his 2-year training center.
Hopefully he comes back to our center here.
Yeah. No, not here. Washington. I thought I would speak a little bit today about a subject that's actually very, very dear to me personally, because meditation is something very hard. And meditation on Sri Ramakrishna, we have some very special aids that we can use when we think in terms of lila. So I want to talk about Lila Dhyana, meditation on the divine sport. We all know the difficulties that we have with meditation in trying to concentrate the mind. Some people can do it. Some people are very good at picturing the image of it doesn't have to be Sri Ramakrishna, whatever we meditate on, but to picture the image, to repeat the name, to concentrate. Most of us, the mind wanders. It's very hard for us to really focus on a single point. So we have this other option, which is very helpful for many, many people, this idea of meditating on the divine sport, the divine play. So I want to talk about this meditation, Lila Dhyana. This term Lila has many different elements to it. Sri Ramakrishna uses it quite often. He talks about Nitya Lila. This is his way of talking about the absolute and the relative levels of reality. But Lila, it means something that's it's not false, but a little bit like a play. We have different terms for this reality. They're very strict. The Dvaitins like to say it's illusory. It's like a dream. This isn't exactly saying that no, it's absolutely real. It's real, but it's like a play. That it doesn't have that same level. Somewhere in between this unreal aspect of reality and this idea of just no, everything is exactly the way we see it. And it gives the idea of something inscrutable. We all want to know why this universe is the way that it is, why the world is like it is, why things happen, and we don't have any good answers. Why did God create things this way? So they say, just as in play, in sport. It's a very hard answer for many of us, but